Afternoon, everyone. Today we're going to go over the addendum price escalation. This is an addendum that you as an agent, when they represent the buyer, if you would like your buyers to go up to a certain price point and a certain amount over without spending money that they don't want to have, you would use an escalation addendum, okay? And how this addendum works, you're going to put the buyer's name, the seller's name, the address, city, and the date in which you write the offer. Okay, so this date accompanies the purchase agreement. If you wrote the offer today, March 8th, it's going to say March 8th. If the seller receives a written offer on the property from another purchaser before the acceptance of the buyers, and such offer is for a net price of the competing offer, basically you're saying that this offer is going to be increased X amount. So it was like, I'm going to offer $2,000 over your top net offer, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, up to a certain price. So let's back up here. Let's say the list price is $200,000 and your buyer says, I would go up to $210,000, but that's my max. I'm not going to pay any more than $210,000. Well, great. Why would your buyer want to spend more money when they don't have to? You know you're in multiple offers. You only use this when you're in a multiple offer situation, okay? So you say to your buyer, awesome, I appreciate that you want to go up to $210,000. How much money over would you want to go if you had 200, 202, 203, all these offers are lined up? Let's say the top offer is $205. Your buyer says, I'll go over $2,000 over the top offer up to $210,000. Okay? I'll say that again. I'm going to go $2,000 over the top offer up to $210,000. List price is $200,000. Okay? The listing agent must prove to you what that top offer is. So I said the top offer is $205. She sends over $205. If you're spending $2,000 over the top offer up to $210,000, what will the sale price be? If you said $207, you are correct. So this would say $2,000 up to a maximum purchase price of $210,000. Now this is a net. Remind you, net. If you have someone paying closing costs and all of that, that has to come out of here. Okay, that's out of the net price. Okay, now your buyer just bought a house for $207,000 instead of $210,000, and you save them $3,000. Okay, this is an escalation clause saying that we will go up to my maximum and pay a certain amount over the top offer. Okay, and then underneath here in part 2, if the purchase price is increased, you have to initial all that apply. So the first one says the mortgage loan will be increased by the amount. Well, that's a given. Your buyers are always going to initial here. Excuse me. Because their mortgage just went up. Unless they're paying cash, then this would be non-applicable. Okay? The second one says the first dollar amount of the difference between the offer and the purchase price will be paid in cash. Meaning that maybe they don't qualify enough and they have to come up with the cash, then you would initial them there. The next one, and the last one, says within a certain amount of days from the acceptance, the buyer shall deliver a pre-approval letter that equals the amount of $210,000. Okay, so sometimes this is applicable or sometimes not. If by chance your offer is going to go up to a certain amount, just get the pre-approval letter anyway. Then you don't even have to worry about this. I would feel comfortable as a listing agent knowing that I have received the pre-approval letter already. Okay, and then at the bottom, it states the seller shall provide the buyer a complete and accurate copy of the competing offer. So the other agent must prove to you what that purchase price is. Sometimes they just send over page 1. All right, and either party is hereby advised by law. Obviously always have their attorneys if they would like for them to review. But that's it for the addendum. The buyers are going to sign this. If you want their emails. And then, excuse me, if by chance this escalation clause addendum comes into play, it's going to say that in this example I gave you, it's going to be increased by $2,000 to $207,000 in accordance with this addendum. The seller signs, and that's the escalation addendum. This will be added on the last page 5 of the purchase agreement at the bottom where it says other. You accompany all the extra addenda. Where it says other, you will write 1 with an ampersand and escalation, addendum price escalation. Just name it what it says here. I write sometimes escalation addendum. It should say addendum price escalation. But this is null and void if by chance the purchase agreement is all accepted as is. Okay, again, this is my example of a $200,000 house and you were offering $2,000 over your top offer up to 210. Okay, and if the listing agent says, well, our top offer is 205, well, guess what? You need to send over that proof. And now your sales price is 207, right? 205 plus the $2,000 is 207. And your buyers never went up to 210 and you just saved them $3,000. And that's a story to tell.